Thank you for joining us. I'm Devin Stone, owner and partner in Construction Programs and Results, markupandprofit.com. We promised a quick webinar, so we're going to get right at it. Our speaker this morning is Brian Javelin, president and co-founder of My Online Toolbox. Brian, it's all yours.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. We're focused on two things. One, remembering that we know that you're busy right now in the summer season, and at the same time, you need to remember to plan and get as much information as humanly possible to keep your marketing education and, your marketing and website alive, positioned for more quality leads in the future. And we have to begin by remembering you have to plan. We know you're busy, but you can't begin to plan when you become slow, or you're going to lose the opportunity to accumulate the information that you could utilize once you have a moment to work with that information. So let's go quickly with some do's and don'ts. First, remember, before we start helping you get leads, remember something that's real easy to do. We know you're busy, but start paying attention to being aware on how you answer the phone. So many contractors inadvertently answer the phone with an attitude that while they're busy, they project an image of busyness, and it's better to try to have a more diplomatic tone when you're answering the phone. And if you're not going to answer the phone because you're busy, then let it go to voicemail. Speaking of voicemail, have you called your number? And if you haven't, call it today just to double check, to listen to yourself and refresh your message. Many times the voicemail messages don't represent who you are in the field. Many times it represents a vacation and any other things. So please listen to yourself and set the tone of a relationship. Don't just say, hi, it's Tony, I'm not in right now, you know what to do. It's better to say, hello, you've reached Tony's Remodeling. We're in the field right now servicing other clients. Please leave a message and we'll call you back as soon as we can. Always remember to use we as opposed to I as much as possible to create a much bigger image than an independent person. Now, once you get to the web, always remember something. When you go to search for something, such as more quality contractor leads, you're going to see a bunch of options show up. You'll see many times web, which is actual text. You'll see images and videos. These three items are a gold mine. Again, a gold mine for a contractor when you know how to get information that will support these three main selections within searches for consumers that are looking for contractors. Also, don't be in a rush to jump onto the lead generation bandwagon, because most of them realize that you're not going to take a proactive planning approach to marketing, and you're going to feel that you deserve leads today, and you quickly sign up to a service without reading the terms and conditions, without going negative. Please be aware to read those terms and conditions before accepting them. You'd be very surprised about how other companies will use your content against you without you necessarily understanding what you're agreeing to. But going forward in a more positive light, remember, content marketing is a game changer. A simple plan for content is to have regular helpful information that's targeted at your audience, and making sure also that it's fresh. You can't have a website just sit there for months upon months upon months with the same information and think that Google, Yahoo, Bing, and any other search engine is going to look to point to you when your site is sitting dormant. So what we do to begin with, it's the easiest one. Every job you do tells a story. So let's begin with get as many after pictures as possible. These pictures represent what your craft is. It doesn't matter whether you're doing flooring, painting, remodeling, kitchen remodeling, bathroom remodeling. Take the picture at a minimum, get an after picture, and then we could show you at a later time how to utilize that picture to expand on it, to explain to the community or to searchers what exactly they're looking for. But also try to get as many before and after pictures too. Similar to going to a gymnasium or a health club where they like to show people who what they appeared as today, and then 6 months later what they look like. It's the same thing. You obviously want to have an image of how well you can create create the final result, but if you have a before picture, especially when it's available, then somebody could visualize where you were and where you went to. And separately, if you run into any obstacles or you have some key features along the way of going from where you started to where you ended, it's okay to also get during pictures so it could help expand upon your story. Even if you run into complications, it's okay to take a picture and explain it to the consumer who may not understand the challenges you face as a contractor when working on their jobs. Once you get these pictures, don't be in such a rush to take that content and load it onto other sites. It's a trap. Again, it's a trap. It's your pictures. It's your content. You want to, at a minimum, get those pictures on your website first, and then if you feel compelled to load them onto another website, go ahead and do so, but make sure that it's a subset of all of the pictures that you've loaded onto your website. Your website is the nucleus of your online identity. Don't give it away. Get testimonials and never stop. Such as me in website marketing, I have more than enough to last me a lifetime, but it doesn't matter. Every new customer, I want a testimonial, especially if they're happy and especially if they were able to achieve their objectives. Never stop getting testimonials, because your own customers will say things about your business that you can't come up with on your own. So let your customers help you by giving you testimonials, and just never stop. Every job tells a story, and yes, pictures do, but so does a video. Keep in mind, YouTube is the #3 trafficked website, and Google, the #1, owns it. So keep in mind that a video is as critical as a picture, if not even more critical. Here's a case in point. One of them will be featured as our case study in a moment. Here are 2 different examples of a video. One of them is a customer who got their own client to do a video testimonial, and that's a review that could really be trusted. It's not just words, it's somebody sitting down and talking about your business. And what happened is, when we go to look at this particular company, we see that they got the video, they got the pictures, they knew what to do about how to load it onto their website. They knew how to use the right words called anchor text. They put the descriptions underneath the pictures, and they also put the video on YouTube and then embedded it into their website. It's just a fantastic marketing opportunity that generates this company, Vanguard in Manhattan, Kansas, many, many ongoing lead generation activities. But then we came here to another company that asked us to help them create a video, and we did. And what happened is, we were surprised. We were just about to include this in this story, but what happened was, we did a case study initially showing how they included videos with text and pictures, and as we went to their webpage, homerunsolutions.net, this was taken just 2 days ago, we found out. We went to see what we did, and lo and behold, we saw what they were doing on their own. And so we just randomly chose this particular option, Lake Forest Park Kitchen Remodeling, and we went to the page. We were ecstatic to see that they understood how to title the page from a Google search perspective. We saw that the web page address was perfect. We saw that they included the exact service and the exact location. We even see that they included a YouTube video that they created on their own. Started to scroll down, we saw pictures. We went behind the scenes and quickly saw that they were identifying to Google exactly what those pictures were. We went even further and started to see that they even included a testimonial. This is fantastic. So we had to take a step back and said, but let's go look at the results. So we went to Google, which we encourage you to do too, and typed in Lake Forest Park Kitchen Remodeling. Lo and behold, look what happens. Immediately, Home Run Solutions comes up. Not 1, not 2, but 3 times. So we'd like to say that this contractor not only hit a home run, but they hit a grand slam. They're covering all of the basics of the keywords, key locations, and key services that they're looking to target, but they're utilizing their current jobs to help them with their future marketing opportunities. And then we just jumped over to maps, and sure enough, Google says you belong on the map. Then we jumped to images, and with all the images out there still with the Lake Forest Park Kitchen Remodeling, look what name pops right up. There's only one. There's tons of pictures, but one name pops up, which is a perfect way to get a consumer who's jumping around between the web, maps, images, videos, to be thinking of this company, Home Run Solutions. Please take your current jobs, accumulate the information to be able to build your future marketing opportunities. So what you could do is, as an example, go onto your home page and put an area somewhere, it doesn't matter where, about projects that we're in process of doing, and put the town and the service. Make your own independent landing page. You don't have to worry about making it perfect from a website optimization perspective, but build it as you're going along. It's okay to talk about the job that you're in the process of doing, and then when you're done, we'll move it up and change the title that it's not a project that's in process, but now it's a completed project. And by then, Google will be coming around to your website. It will see the movement of your information and slowly begin to index deeper and deeper, Town 1 with Service 1, Town 2 with Service 2, and so forth. Now, the lead generation companies, they're all aware that you're most likely not going to do the right thing. That is the reason why lead gen company after lead gen company is raising hundreds of millions of dollars to simply sell a lead to a contractor. They simply benefit off of the sheer volume of consumers that are looking for contractors and can't find them. The reason why they can't find them is that most contractors take a backseat approach to marketing, but you can't. Marketing is positioning your image for the future, and you have to realize that the sheer volume should be a motivator for you. So going forward, let's now don't look at lead generation companies negatively anymore. Let's use it positively. We know they're going to be reaching you one of three ways. When you're sitting down watching commercials, commercial after commercial about why consumers should go to a particular website to be looking for a contractor, think of it. Why is it there? Motivate yourself to, each time you see a commercial, to remember to go get a picture. Use that as a reminder. Then you get an email solicitation, which rarely will a week go by that a contractor doesn't get yet another solicitation to join some free profile at a lead gen company or get whatever for free. Use that as a reminder to get testimonials. Don't stop when you're out there with the customer shaking hand. It's okay to ask them for a testimonial. If they're happy, they'll be more than happy to give it to you. You get a phone solicitation, same thing. Use it as a way to remember to get a video. So from now on, when we hang up this phone, you're off this video webinar, you remember to now leverage the sheer volume of lead generation companies calling you to motivate you to do the right thing. Accumulate the information while you can get it. And then from there, what's going to happen is, again, as a reminder, you now have a plan. Your plan includes accumulating regular helpful content targeted at your audience. Who is your audience? It is customers in particular towns that are selfishly looking for a particular service that you provide. So if you constantly get the type of content that's fresh, which is all your jobs, that shows the community in the towns they're in with the services you provide, over time, you're going to entrench yourself much better with the search engines. You'll move up in the rankings, and then when someone types in whatever the service is that they're looking for in whatever town they're looking for, Google and the other search engines will have a reason to point to your website repetitively. And what will happen is, too, we have to utilize the same principles of website companies. Many of you rely on a website company. And what happens is you have to realize that many of these website companies, unfortunately, are better at SEO, which stands for search engine optimization, than they are at marketing. They may call themselves a marketing company, but they really are more versed at keyword analysis and some web page tech terms that you could easily learn. The problem is that if you rely solely on someone to represent your business, but they don't really know much about you, you lose in the long run. We just did a quick study with an unbelievable number of contractors. This is on the website. We'll guide you in a moment, too. We could not believe the type of answers we heard about people's relationships with their website company. How long has gone by that they've even spoken to the programmer? If more than 60, 90 days have gone by and you haven't had a contact with them, it's the equivalent of having a newspaper sitting in your front driveway. We keep changing the titles to the newspaper. We might even change the baggage that it's in, but it's still the same newspaper. You can't present yourself on the web that way and think that Google's going to come and look to put you on the top few pages of search results when everything's been the same. So now what you could do is the majority of contractors have an opportunity. It's called responsive web design. What's happened is, similar to when you took a landline phone and slowly converted by going from landline to your first flip phone to now a smartphone, the web has gone through a massive transformation. Websites need to be designed to be able to be found on a desktop, on a smartphone, and a tablet, and a few other types of devices, but these are the three prevailing. If you take a new approach, look at your image, and say, I want to look great when I'm found, regardless of what type of device the person's on, and I incorporate a few basic SEO philosophies that Google is clearly pointing to me when somebody's searching, it will give you a fantastic opportunity to start fresh and go to the year 2020 in a new direction with new relationships with whomever it is that you may be working with. So let's do a quick summary and then help you get there. The first thing is, in summary, remember to answer your phone politely to set the tone regardless of how busy you may be. If you're not going to be able to do that, then check your voicemail quickly today just to make sure that your message does represent an organization that's looking to have a relationship with a future prospect. Don't accept lead gen terms and conditions, especially if you have not read them. Keep getting pictures, as many as possible, at a minimum after pictures, and also before and during, depending on the type of trade you're in, to represent where you've gone from, how you got there, and where you are today. If you're going to load the pictures, at a minimum, load them on your website first in volume. If you're going to load them elsewhere, remember it should be a subset of where you've loaded it on your own website. Get testimonials, never stop. Couldn't care less if you're going to get a one-sentence testimonial or a paragraph testimonial. Never stop, customer by customer basis. Get videos, whether it's you doing the video about the job or asking the customer to do a quick shout out for you about how they're happy with you. Either one will work. Get the videos as much as possible. Don't look negatively at lead generation companies anymore. Look at them from a positive light to motivate you, to remind you about the top 7 steps to be getting the information that you need in order to do this correctly for yourself. Remember to focus in on your website to be building upon locations and service-specific pages. Completed projects or in-process projects are okay. Get and load the information first to get started, then optimize it and basically sugarcoat the cake after you've already put the content there. And remember, a website company that you've been with for a while may not necessarily be a marketing company, and take a step back and reflect on the relationship if you're going to take a new approach and say, forget the old way, my website has been underperforming, let's now make it be perfect for the year 2020 and beyond. Before I go to how to get there, I'd like to do a quick shout out to Markup and Profit, the sponsors of this webinar. They have a tremendous number of products and services that helps a contractor grow their business profitably. Specifically, they have the best-selling book called Markup and Profit Revisited. It must be on your shelf as a Bible for the industry. If you already have it, you know what? Take a step back, buy another copy, and give it away to one of your subcontractors to help them become a better business person, which will then roll itself up to you. And I encourage you to go to their website and glance at the different opportunities you have once your business is rolling. And then for me, inevitably, you're going to ask different ways of looking to understand how to learn the basics of website marketing, or you may be looking to say, you know what, we need guidance on how to start fresh all over again. Get rid of the old rotary phone. Let's move forward to a beautiful smartphone image of our business model to be cosmetically appealing as well as to be found. And what will happen is we have right now, this is going to disappear shortly, but if you go to the My Online Toolbox website, look for the little guy with the free webinar. We have a few different offers to help stimulate you that will help you save hundreds of dollars on multiple options to consider on getting started with education, whether it's you or working with another programmer or looking to start a clean slate and looking to be guided to a new company to work with to bring yourself forward. My name is Brian of My Online Toolbox. I thank you so much for participating with this, and I hope you have a fantastic holiday season preparing yourself for the future.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Great stuff, Brian. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. You have a great weekend, holiday weekend, and if we can help you, let us know. Goodbye.